got to work on being consistent, and I think that's the biggest factor. You know, like you just said, we have ups and downs, but we got to work on staying consistent. And, you know, this is going into practice every day, giving 100% effort in the gym, and just doing everything to the best we can.
I feel like that's what desperation looks like. Can you kind of take me through the mindset of this team before the game and throughout?
Yeah, so we know last time we played Michigan State, it beat us pretty good. So, you know, it was just like, and it's a rivalry game. So, you know, we were looking for revenge. And, you know, I think we got it. We played our hearts out there, and we were all on one accord today. And I think that's the biggest part.
Give me a sense of how much Hunter Dickinson fueled this team and willed you guys to that kind of performance and what he did tonight on both ends.
Yeah, he showed why he's an All-American. He should be a first-team All-American this year. You know, he's doing the inside out. He's rebounding. He's leading the team. You know, he's a great player. Since our leader is leading the team, you know, we just follow behind him, and you know, he gives us energy.
Terrance, what have the last kind of 10 days been like for you, going from Wisconsin to the suspension to not playing much against Illinois, and then tonight you played great? Like, what were the emotions like in the last 10 days for you?
You know, it was kind of up and down. You know, I just wanted to stay consistent in my routine, even though I was suspended for the Rutgers game, you know, and that's just working out each day, you know, still lifting with Sanderson, you know, just trying to stay consistent, you know, when my time comes, I'm going to be prepared.
When you went on the roll and you were hitting the threes, is it more where you're taking them, your form when you're taking them? What contributes to you getting on a shooting roll from behind the arc?
I feel like it was my form. I think I kind of, you know, I had early workouts today, and I worked out with the grad assistant, Colin, and, you know, he helped me, you know, work on my form because I was a little bit aiming it at first, and today he told me just get it up and over. I think that was his biggest part, just working out with Colin this morning and him helping me.
I think Hunter's always been a very outspoken player on the court. They get hyped, but tonight there seemed to be an extra edge to him. How did that affect the team in terms of getting you guys amped up?
I mean, he got us amped up because, you know, when I saw Izzo mad at Hunt, you know, I'm behind my brother Hunt. So, you know, when he got hyped up, I got hyped up with him. You know, the energy he gave off just fed life into us. And like I said earlier, we following his lead because he's the All-American, he's our leader.
How tough it is to come in cold off the bench, and you hit a three-pointer twice seconds after coming in.
You know, I think it's just it is kind of hard coming in a lot, you know, especially not knowing when I'm going to come in, you know, with my role this season. But I just always stay prepared, and whenever the opportunity comes, I just give 100% effort whenever I get in.
You talked before about visualizing yourself on the court when you're on the bench. Is that something you did today?
Yes, I definitely did. I do that every game, you know, seeing what the team needs, you know, seeing how the flow of the game goes, looking at what we could do better, what I could do better, and what I could bring to the table when I get in.
Terrance, how different is this team when you look at the contributions from the bench like you did tonight, from you, from Brandon, from Frankie?
I think it helps a lot. You know, starters play a lot of minutes, but, you know, they can't do everything. That's what substitutions are for in basketball, you know. Try to get some spark off the bench, you know, get some life off the bench whenever things aren't going well, and I think we did that today.
Why do you feel like that maybe has been lacking in certain games over the past few months?
Just not consistent. Like I said earlier, just, you know, we got to work on being consistent with everything we do, whether it's practice or lifting weights. It's just the little things we do, just being consistent and giving 100%. I feel like we did that today, and we done that throughout the whole week, and I think that's why it showed today.
And what was the difference again? You know, look at the way this first game played against Michigan State this year. What was the difference in terms of execution, especially in the second half for you guys?
Yeah, I feel like we didn't settle. I think up at Michigan State in the second half, we settled a lot. You know, we went into the halftime, it was like a 4-point game or 6-point game, and then they got the lead out, and I feel like that was because we were settling and we weren't defending. I think today we defended way better and we weren't settling, and that just comes with Hunter dominating the paint, you know, just feeding into him and let him work.
There's all kinds of speculation about you need this many wins, or, I mean, do you look at that at all, or do you just say, you know what, the only way to control this is if we win every single game?
Yeah, you know, I just look at it like you just said, control the controllables. You know, that's my motto. And I feel like we can only control how we go out and each game, one game at a time. You know, today was Michigan State, now we got Iowa on the clock, you know, so that's how we really look at it. We don't hear the outside noise, we control the controllables.
Terrance, during the stretch when you hit your threes, there was some kind of unusual lineups because some guys were in foul trouble. When you have a group of five that maybe hasn't played together a lot during the game, why did it work so well for you guys, even though you hadn't spent a ton of minutes together?
Yeah, you know, with Coach Martelli, he plays a lot of, like, in practice, he does a lot of rotations, so it really wasn't abnormal. It probably looked abnormal to you guys, but, you know, we work out in a lot of practice, different situations, different lineups.
Was it surprising to you that Frankie didn't get more second half minutes, judging off his first half performance?
I mean, I really didn't focus on that. I feel like we were on a roll with DJ, so you know, I think Coach Martelli just went with him. Yeah, that's all I can speak on that.
And Israel made it a point to mention that like the game plan was the single coverage Hunter in the first matchup. They did the same thing here, but I'll say different result. What do you think that was?
You know, I guess they wanted to play him one-on-one, and when you play an All-American one-on-one, that can happen. So they rolled with it, and I'm surprised they didn't double, but hey, I'm glad they didn't double because Hunter got off.
For sure. All right, thank you.
Terrance, it's been more than a week with Phil at this point. Any notable differences that over Jawan?
Not really. The only thing I can think of, we call him the Godfather for a reason. He says a lot of wise stuff. So I think he says a lot of wise stuff before and during practice that just resonates with us, I think, because it's the Godfather.
Is there a Martelli-ism that...
I can't think. It's just so he delivers so much. So that's all I can say. Thank you guys.
You're all good.